Come on in. That was a very interesting introduction there, wasn't it? And I absolutely have had nothing to drink tonight. Um, it is currently 11:10, and Sugar and I are hanging out here by the computer. As you can see, she's over there um, in her basket. So tonight's my night off, and I'm answering Summer's 7 questions here. And the first question is, how is the weather right now? And well, right now, this very second, it's nice and cool. But the day, it was about 70 degrees. But with me working nights, and I worked 3 days in a row, and it was the third day, I basically didn't get out into it. I really need to get a schedule going where I'm getting up, doing some, healthy shake or something, getting on a bicycle and, going around and, and doing that sort of thing with the weather being as nice as it is. But I haven't been motivated to do that sort of thing for quite a long time. Working nights is not my thing, but I think I'm going to have to make it my thing and take the best advantage of it as I can. So the weather today was about 70, and as far as I know, Herm told me he keeps up with that stuff. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so but it's not too cold, even when it does rain, because it's spring. So number 2, have you ever gotten so drunk that you don't remember the whole night? Well, to be perfectly honest with you, my tolerance for alcohol is kind of unusual. Even back in my college days when I went to Kutztown, I could get really drunk and know what I was doing, realize I was making bad decisions. But, of course, you're not really caring about that at that particular time. And, know that you're being, well, we'll just let it be with know that you're being. But then wake up in the morning and realize, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. I would say that I mostly remember. People would try and tell me things from their point of view. So I would say that maybe from their point of view I didn't remember it, but that's not how it really was. So I haven't really had any blackouts. But I know that my videos show me drinking, like doing a shot here and there or doing some of that wine, but of course that's exaggerated for supposed humor's sake. No, I don't really get drunk to the point where I don't remember anything anymore either. So, and I went many, many years, from the age of 20 to about 35, without drinking at all. But then there was a time in there when I was about 25, 26, where when I went back to college and hung out with some college students where I did drink again, a bit. But as far as not remembering the whole night, no, unfortunately. I wish sometimes I did forget. Lord. Anyway, do you like to travel by plane? I do enjoy it. I don't really like going, in the airport and waiting for the other planes and all that interesting stuff. But I'm also a little bit leery now because of the stuff that happened at 911. I don't know. I haven't traveled on a plane since I lived in Wisconsin and was coming back to PA. And also, I went to San Antonio in 97, 90, I think it was, from Wisconsin. Yeah, but so, yeah, I kind of like traveling by plane, but I've also gotten to the point where, I travel by bus a lot, back and forth from Lewisburg to Easton, because of my family. And because of my sleep schedule and also some sleep apnea issues, I can fall asleep anywhere at any time. And sleep apnea means you snore, so therefore I don't like to fall asleep in public places because I snore. So, and I always have a tendency to fall asleep if I'm, on a long bus ride or a plane. So, I guess I'm to the point where I must get a BiPAP, and take care of that, and then work a regular schedule, but sometimes things can't be helped. But now you're getting far more information than you ever decided that you wanted, aren't you? Right-handed. There it is. There she is. I'm right-handed, but I can do a lot with my left hand too because of the fact of using my hands to sign. I learned a lot with using both hands, and I can, like, here's A B C D E F G, and then A B C D E F G, and then you go like A B C D E F G. Not everybody can do that, even in the interpreting realm. So what do I keep handy by my bedside? My book that I'm reading at any given time with a flashlight, because in the middle of the night I'll read with a flashlight so I don't wake up Herm, and it's kind of a fun little thing, and generally I will also keep Tums by my bedside, and that's the only thing I can really think of that's there on a consistent basis. Have I ever been skinny dipping? Yeah, when I was a kid, my friend Lisa had a pool, and I went to Florida, and that girl had a pool, and as an adult, have I? I can't really think of any times that I have, but I think there is. I just can't seem to think of any. Is there someone or something that you miss from your childhood? Well, of course, I could just, go to the easy thing and just say dad, but from the time I was about 6 years old and younger, when we used to live at a different house, we lived in a half a double, they call it. They're actually duplexes. They call them half a doubles on the East Coast. The older duplexes. And my family and I lived in a corner house, duplex, up on College Hill, near just a few blocks from my grandmother and my uncle, who lived with my grandmother at the time. And I just remember those times when I was that young, and I really just miss that time when I think back, being that little kid, and getting up in the morning and crawling past mom and dad's bed because you had to get past. The bedroom was over here, and then your parents' bedroom was completely connected. There was no hallway. And then, wanting to get past, so that they don't know that I'm waking up. And they're, I can go downstairs and watch cartoons. And, my brother being, a little baby, and I can, and, school, going to school for the first time because I was a little precocious little kid, and I was the teacher's pet for kindergarten, and, just those memories, just that innocence, spending the afternoon coloring and looking through books and playing with dolls and pretending my big teddy bear was my Uncle Steve, and going to the Jersey Shore and playing in sand and making sandcastles and digging, trying to dig holes to China, and the Christmas tree, and watching those Christmas movies that you buy at the store now, which were only on once a year when you're a little kid, and the things my mom used to fix for lunch: tuna fish sandwiches and tomato soup and chicken noodle soup or chicken and stars and ham salad. Just things that I remember that for some reason are comforting, and I never had kids of my own, so I never really got to relive that, where a lot of parents get to relive their childhood while they watch their kids grow. I did a little bit with my niece and nephew, but not too much. But I was lucky to have a couple of years with them where I was able to do that a little, and hopefully I'll have some more where I'll be able to give them a little bit more guidance than I had, because my parents kind of let us have our own guidance. We kind of did our own thing, because they were always kind of too busy having their own crises. But in any case, there's the answers, and I hope I didn't bore people with my stories. Of course, you can always just zip on past if if you're bored, and I appreciate your time, and Sugar and I are saying bye for now. Sugar! She's asleep. Okay. Good evening, everybody.